والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Allah poses a question to each and every one of us whenever we read through Surah Al-Hadid, whenever we listen to Surah Al-Hadid. Allah asks us, hasn't the time come for us to soften our hearts a little bit more? Hasn't the time come for us to continuously connect with our adhkar a little bit more? Hasn't the time come for us to connect with the Quran a little bit more? And if there's nothing there, hasn't the time come to connect with our adhkar and our Quran and our prayer in general, to do something as opposed to nothing? And then if there's something, maybe that something can increase a little bit more in a very practical way over time, just like the growth of a tree. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes slow and steady progress, but with that consistency, then it grows and it grows and it grows. And then once you have this beautiful orange tree, then you have a whole bunch of oranges, and you have a whole bunch of oranges with a bunch of seeds, and you plant those seeds and you nurture them, and before you know it, you have this massive orchard that all came from one seed. And that initial seed is the seed of the intention, the seed of the niyyah, to have the intention to connect with our adhkar, to connect with perhaps the adhkar of the morning and the evening, perhaps the adhkar before going to sleep, or after the daily prayers, or whatever it may be. Everyone has different inclinations towards different things, and that's a beautiful thing. So whatever a person feels their heart inclining towards, think of that as guidance from Allah Azza wa Jal. If a person really loves to listen to Quran in the car, Allah has given them that love in their heart for a reason. There's wisdom behind that. If a person finds it very easy for them to be very consistent in doing adhkar before sleeping, Allah wants that from you, and Allah wants you to continue with that. وَمَا تَوْفِيقِ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ, as we learn from Prophet Shu'aib in the Quran. Any tawfiq that we have, any consistent success that we have in general, especially spiritually speaking, ultimately is from Allah Azza wa Jal. But we have to try our best. We have to have that intention, to plant that seed of the intention, and then to nurture it with action consistently. It's not about flooding it and then walking away. Imagine you plant a seed, and then for 24 straight hours you leave the sprinklers on and you absolutely flood it, and then you walk away for 11 months and you say, I'll see you next Ramadan. Let me leave you here night of the 27th. I flooded you with all of this good, mashallah, and I'll see you next year. It's not going to sustain. The idea is, yes, we want to step it up a little bit within Ramadan. We want to do extra because it's a beautiful opportunity for that, but we want to take a little bit from that, albeit a fraction. It could be a small fraction from what somebody has been consistently doing during Ramadan, perhaps 10% of what they were doing. Maybe somebody was reading 20 pages a day of Quran, and if they can continue that, that's beautiful, mashallah, but maybe they feel like that's not realistic for them. They were only doing the 20 pages a day because it was Ramadan, and they really stepped it up like super extra for them. If they can continue with 10% of that, 2 pages on a daily basis consistently after the month of Ramadan, that's a beautiful practice because it's consistent. So when we come across this ayah, Allah is asking us a question. Every time we come across this ayah, أَلَمْ يَأْنِ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَن تَخْشَعَ قُلُوبُهُمْ لِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ وَمَا نَزَلَ مِنَ الْحَقِّ. And to learn from people who came before us, and to avoid falling into the same pitfalls they fell into, the same traps and mistakes they fell into. Allah is telling us, connect with adhkar, keep your heart soft, right? Keep it ready to try to do some good, right? That's the secret. Allah is giving us the secret. Allah is telling us the master key. Allah is giving that to us. But just because we have the master key, that's not going to magically open the door. We have to insert the key and twist it and turn it. But Allah has given us these secrets to success. We ask Allah to soften our hearts. We ask Allah to guide us and forgive us. And we ask Allah to help us to continue with even a little bit of what we've been trying to do consistently during Ramadan, outside the month of Ramadan, as best we can. Ameen Rabbil Alameen. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah.